Okay, so we're going to listen to this dope. This is just going back over it again, but let's take a look at this here. Here we are at 333. Just like the story about the jet, the Malaysian jet that they found at the bottom was at 333, right? Okay, so we know that this has absolutely nothing to do with anything of any type of what you consider a bunch of murders. They're passing information. I'll show you.
For violent deaths in the state of Connecticut. Thousands of people have seen the interview Dr. Carver did for the press on December 15th, just after the shootings occurred. James Tracy, a media studies professor at Florida, listen to how he talks.
I've been at this for a third of a century.
Okay, first of all, who says they've been at a third of anything, unless that's what you ate for dinner? A third of a century is 100 years. So a third would be 33 and a third percent. So there's your 333 again. Let's continue. Your 333, we all know what that is.
And it's, my sensibilities may not be the average man.
Yeah, you sound like a dope.
But this probably is the worst I have seen, or the worst that I know of any of my colleagues having seen. And that all more makes me proud and grateful to our staff who, to a man, have just behaved most professionally and strongly. And I hope they and I hope the people of Newtown don't have a crash on their head later. But
Have what crash on their head? What the fuck did that guy just say? I'm not putting this joke thing in here. Somebody else is. Have what crash on their head? This guy just said absolutely nothing.
Which caliber of the handgun compared to the rifle of his
good thing it's not being prosecution, because then I couldn't answer that. But all the ones that I know of at this point were caused by the long weapon.
The rifle was the primary weapon.
Yes.
And what caliber were you shooting?
The question was, what caliber were these bullets? And I probably know more about firearms than most pathologists, but if I say it in court, they yell at me and don't make me answer. So I'll let the police deal with that for you.
Dr. Can you tell us the nature of the bullets? Were they at very close range? Were the children shot from across the country?
I only did 7 of the autopsies. The victims I had ranged from 3 to 11 wounds.
3 to 11. So there's the same thing as with Sandy Hook when they told him not to go through the kitchen. At 3:11. 3 is Saturn, 11 is the gateway. I'm telling you, this oh, for fuck's sake, let's continue.
Case, and I only saw 2 of them with close-range shooting. But that's that's a sample. I really don't have detailed information on the rest of the injuries.
But you said it was the long rifle that was used?
Yes.
See, the long rifle was discovered in the car, the AR-15. Listen to what the cop said. Oh, that's not true.
Not correct, sir.
We know what an AR-15 is. We know what the AR-15 is. The AR, it's Mary, this, for fuck's sake. The 15.
Oh. I'm lucky I can tell you how many I found. I don't know. There were lots of them. Okay.
Well, there was lots of them. That's very, very concise. This guy should be an expert witness. Yeah, there was a lot of them. That narrows it down compared to a gazillion.
This type of weapon is not. The bullets are designed in such a fashion that the energy. This is very clinical. I shouldn't be saying this, but the energy is deposited in the tissue. But
that's true of any bullet. If if you get hit by a car, the energy is deposited in the tissue. God, these guys can't lie for shit. It's called kinetic energy. Remember that argument I had with that idiot on here? When somebody shoots a gun, a bullet which weighs, they were measured in grams or grains. Okay, it's less than ounces, way less. Once it gets moving, it picks up speed. The bullet itself doesn't actually get heavier, but because it's moving, it does. So when it hits you, all that energy explodes. It's just like a big 300-pound man hitting you in your chest with a fist. You gotta love this outline here on his shirt. You've got your double X's here. All this shit is put in there.
So the bullet straight shot.
And then no, if he was shooting him with an AR-15, that bullet isn't designed to stay in. A 223? Wrong.
That's always a difficult question, and obviously I don't have.
This guy says, I mean, you know how many times I got in trouble in school for trying to write stories like that? Saying, idiot. CGI fuck up.
I don't have detailed information on all of them, but this is a very devastating set of injuries. I don't. The best of my ability to answer that question, which is always less than perfect. If so, not for real. All the ones. I believe so, yes.
What time?
We did not bring the bodies and the families into contact. We took pictures of them, of their facial features. You have it's.
So you didn't let the parents see the kids, and you only took pictures of their faces. Can anybody see how ridiculously stupid this is? Maybe this story was more important. Israeli foreign minister resigns amid charges. What, did the Jews do something that they might be embarrassed about? So they had to cover that up? Do you think? Maybe that's part of this? I don't know.
Easier on the families when you do that. There is a time and a place for up close and personal in the grieving process. But to accomplish this, we felt it would be best to do it this way, and you can sort of you can control the situation depending on your photographer, and I have very good photographers.
Really? Because as a CGI, you failed miserably. So let's recap what we got. The video starts at 333. He starts out by saying he's been at it for a third of a century. That's 33.3%. And then he saw 3 of the 11 kids shot. So all 3 of those are all coded. This has nothing to do with the murder, the way that it's being produced here. It's all code.